What's up everyone, Matt Brockman here, and I'm going to show you how to properly breathe when we play trumpet. Now before we begin, if you haven't watched my video yet, how to play trumpet with a good sound, I recommend watching that one before you watch this one. I'll leave a link in the description so you can find it really easily. And as always, like and subscribe or else I'm going to be very sad. I have a free trumpet sound guide, and the best part about it is that, well, it's free. Link in the description. And if you watch this video all the way to the very end, I'm going to show you a very top secret method that will take your trumpet playing to the next level and beyond. But don't skip. I will call the FBI. So just to recap what we talked about in the last video, there's two schools of thought when it comes to producing a trumpet sound. There's the use more air approach, which is pretty extremely mainstream, and then there's what I call the black sheep approach, which is using a singer as a literal model for producing trumpet sound. It's the vocal model. Well, this video is all about talking about breathing. Have you ever heard the phrase breathe down low? I'm sure you probably have, because it comes from the Arnold Jacobs use more air approach, which 99% of trumpet players are used to. So you've probably heard breathe down low many times in your career. But let's talk about just basic human biology here. When we apply breathe down low, we're implying that we're breathing through our stomach, like the lower half of our torso. Now, is our stomach part of our respiratory system? Does air go into the stomach ever? That's right, we don't breathe in through our stomachs. We breathe in through our lungs, which are right here, and that's just basic human biology. When we breathe in through our lungs, which is located in our chest, aka not down low, not in our stomach. Now, opera singers do the exact same thing. They breathe in through their chest. Check out this clip of Renee Fleming. Watch what happens to her chest area when she breathes in. Did you notice it? Her chest expands outward when she breathes in. So when we play the trumpet, we want to make sure that when we breathe in, our chest cavity expands just as an opera singer would, just like Renee Fleming did. We want to make sure that we're breathing in through our chest so that it expands and not through our stomach. And I like to model off of opera singers because opera singers are able to create a huge, beautiful, resonant, and even a very loud sound using just their bodies. So because opera singers have the same human anatomy as trumpet players, why can't we do that too? So why can't we take full advantage of the bodies that we have to create a huge, beautiful trumpet sound? Now here's a quick exercise that you can do to get in the habit of breathing properly. So take one hand, place it on your chest. Now I want you to breathe in as if you're blowing out birthday candles on a cake in front of you. Say there's a cake right in front of you and it has at least like 40 candles on that cake. So you're gonna take a breath like you're trying to blow out all 40 candles in one shot. Let's do it. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to take a different approach. So same thing, place one hand on your chest, but now you're going to breathe in and just sing a note. And it should be, for this, it's better to do a high register note. So if you're a male, you're most likely will have to use your falsetto, which is totally fine, and it's actually more beneficial because we're playing trumpet in that register. So again, one hand on the chest, breathe in and just sing a note. I'm not the best singer, don't judge me. And now, did you notice a difference between when you breathed in with the approach of blowing out birthday candles versus breathing in with the approach of singing? When you blow out birthday candles, I bet you that your chest cavity didn't expand. But when you breathed in with the approach of singing a note like an opera singer and singing in that register, so if you're a male, it would be your falsetto, your chest cavity expanded. In fact, when I went to blow out birthday candles, I noticed that my stomach expanded as if I was breathing down low. And unfortunately, a lot of people are taught to blow through the trumpet as if they're blowing out birthday candles, like blow hard, blow fast, and that makes the sound. But unfortunately, that doesn't take advantage of the full resonance of our bodies when we do that. Now back to Renee Fleming. Was she blowing air when she was singing? No, she was just using her body to make a beautiful resonant sound. And once again, since opera singers and trumpet players are both human, we have the same human anatomy, what's inside our bodies is exactly the same, why can't we take advantage of the resonance within our body to create a huge, beautiful trumpet sound in the most efficient way possible? So now that we got the breathe down low myth out of the way, let's move on to the use more air myth. Now, it's a common myth among the brass world to say The more air, the better. If you use more air, you'll solve all of your problems, right? But with using a singing model, we can actually prove this to be an unnecessary claim. When we watched Renee Fleming take her breaths, did she look like she was taking a breath as if she were trying to like blow up an air mattress or like blow down someone's house, Big Bad Wolf style? No, it's very relaxed and natural. So here's another thing that we're gonna do. Do this for me. Say, hey, how are you doing? Did you need to take a huge breath to say that sentence? I bet you that you didn't. And it would be really silly if you did. People would think you're weird if you went, how are you doing? Like, it's weird. Now again, out loud, say this sentence. Hey, how are you doing? The weather is very nice. It's so lovely we can meet you today. So did you notice that you were completely out of breath when you said this? But let me ask you again. Did you have to take a massive Darth Vader, Big Bad Wolf, Banshee style breath in order to say that sentence? You didn't. And don't believe me? Try again. I bet you don't have to take a huge breath. Playing the trumpet should be the same way. We shouldn't have to take these huge unnatural breaths. We should just take in normal breaths as if we're singing or speaking. And as Jim Pandolfi would say,
I'll ask guys if when they come here, do you have a physical sensation of air leaving your body when you're playing? They're like, yeah. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Do you have a physical sensation of air leaving your body when you're speaking? Right? I just finished the sentence and I was completely out of air.
Yeah.
Take another breath. But do I feel it going out as I'm speaking? No. The only way that the air comes out of your body is through the resonance and the ring of your tone,
right.
of your voice. Mm-hmm. So if I were to speak like most people play the trumpet, mm-hmm. it would sound something like this because they blow on every goddamn note.
Now let's go over what the sensation should feel like. Just to remind you, sound is produced through vibration. Alright, we're gonna do something else here. I want you to put a hand on your chest, just like we did before, and I want you to sing a concert F. So if you're playing a trumpet, this would be the second line G. And of course, if you don't have perfect pitch, feel free to use a keyboard or just the trumpet itself to find the pitch. And once again, if you're male, you'll probably have to use your falsetto. And if you did this correctly, you should feel a mild sense of vibration in your head. And you probably were able to do that without much air at all. So after you've been able to achieve this kind of result, let's move on to the trumpet. You need to take the exact same kind of breath as you did when you went to sing a note, but instead you're just going to release the sound into the trumpet. Notice how I didn't say blow, you're just going to take the same kind of breath and just release the sound into the trumpet. And it might take a couple tries because we're breaking you out of a bad habit, so it may take a lot of practice before you're able to do this naturally without even thinking about it. So I'm going to sing a note again, just to remind myself what that breath felt like, and then I'm going to do the exact same breath and play it to the trumpet. And here's a few tips for you to think about when you do this exercise. I want you to imagine that the air is rotating and spinning inside your mouth, rather than blowing straight out through the lead pipe. Think about your mouth as this giant pressure cooker, and eventually steam has to be released from the pressure cooker, and it just happens naturally. And that steam is what comes through the trumpet. So think of the air going through the trumpet as like an involuntary action. You don't control that, it just happens naturally. Now I want you to imagine the sound happening right behind your top teeth. And this is a concept in vocal pedagogy by making the soft palate right here vibrate. Now think about the tone coming out of the mask area below your eyes. So if you lived during 2020 and 2021, you know exactly what this is. Very easy to visualize with the masks we had to wear. This is where the tone comes out from. This is where all the projection happens. So imagine that all the tone, all the sound is coming from this area. And also you should breathe in the register that you sing. That's why for males I had you sing in your falsetto, because the trumpet is in that register. We want to breathe in the same register that we play in. And with the whole breathing down low approach, I call that a tuba breath. I'm stealing that from my teacher, Peter Bond. That's a tuba breath. You're playing trumpet. So breathe in through the register in which you're playing. Don't take a tuba breath if you're not playing tuba. And like I said, this is going to take practice. I would practice breaking the habit by just playing long tones, playing sustained notes. Breathe in, sing each note, and then with the same exact breath, play long tones. And do that for different pitches. And once again, you're getting out of a habit that you've probably been used to for several years. So this is going to take some time to get used to. But it's like learning how to drive stick shift. It's weird at first if you've never done it before, but after a while, it just becomes natural after practice. But I believe in you. You can do this. Alright, so if you made it this far in the video, I can tell that you really take your trumpet playing seriously. If you're looking to take it to the next level and get more training on this in depth, I have a trumpet method book that's actually on sale right now. It's called Trumpet Tone Builders, and it's designed to take your sound to the next level. It's got almost 100 pages of very, very detailed content. It's got exercises that are specifically designed to build up your tone, and it's got clickable video links that support the content. And this will improve your trumpet sound regardless if you're a beginner, an intermediate player, or even if you're a professional. This book will benefit you. And there's a link in the description, so grab your copy before this sale ends. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks to the Patreon owners for making this video possible. And check out this next video if you enjoyed this topic, called How to Play Trumpet with a Good Sound. See you there. See you next time. Goodbye.